Hello and welcome to the Conversational AI Podcast. My name is Ewan and you're watching episode 0. I say 0 because this is the first one. This is the one that I want to do to make sure that everything's working, everything's set up, and that we're ready to go. So congratulations if you're watching or listening to this, because you got there first. So well done. You get the special pin that says I watched and listened to episode 0. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on what we will be doing here. So, Conversational AI News is the sister publication. That's the website I set up a little while ago for me, but for my colleagues in the marketplace as well. And what I wanted to do was to track the developments, track the maturity in the conversational AI marketplace. I have been, for the longest time, working in financial services as a senior executive, driving transformation, digital transformation in particular. I was chief transformation officer, chief digital officer. I drove lots of hundreds of millions of pounds programs in financial services to transform and create digital experiences. So I have been the buyer of conversational AI tools. I have been the guy championing tools. I've been the one explaining the concept of chatbot and conversational AI to the boards, to the senior executives, and I've been the one saying, come on, we should definitely do this. So I've got a lot of practical experience when it comes to deploying conversational AI, but I also have a lot of colleagues who are going through the pain. And look at it's joyful and painful at the same time. I think that's fair to say. They are going through the pain right now of how should they configure their services? How should they think about things architecturally? What steps should they be thinking about? What vendors should they be choosing? That's a key question. There's lots of people coming into market at the moment. There are some vendors that have been in the market for the longest time, some with really great technology, some with challenging technology, some with technology that does work, but X, Y, you need to think about this, and so on and so on. So there's a lot to think about. So at Conversational AI News, what I'm doing there is documenting what I see happening in the marketplace for my colleagues. Yes, in financial services, but also I've got a lot of colleagues working outside of financial services who are looking at what do they do with conversational AI. The podcast here, what I'm aiming to do is bring you a really stimulating set of interviews and commentary. So some of it will be me giving some commentary, others it will be interviews, particularly of executives working in the conversational AI space, both those deploying the technology and those working for vendors and implementation companies who are doing this on a daily basis. I'll be asking questions. I'll be bringing you, I would hope, really, really useful insights that you can ideally use today, right? It's not about saying, give me your answer in 2 sentences. No, I'd much rather have 5 or 10 sentences, because that's going to be a lot more interesting and relevant to the people following along and listening along at home. Now, I have done a number of podcasts. I run New Era FinTech podcast. That's my FinTech podcast. I think we're on episode 57. And I've done quite a few where I've mentioned conversational AI in some way. So, for example, I did a head-to-head of NatWest Cora versus Lloyd's Bank, their virtual assistant. So I've got some podcasts that I've already done, so I'll put them here as episodes. But shortly, I'll be bringing you some senior executive interviews. If you are a senior executive and you'd like to be interviewed, and you're allowed to be interviewed, please contact me. Contact details are down below, or just Google it or find me on LinkedIn. I would love to interview you, especially if you are responsible for implementing conversational AI and managing conversational AI. But equally, if you're representing a vendor or an implementer or a consultancy, that's also deeply interesting to me. What technology you've got, what trends you're seeing in the marketplace, please reach out to me. I'd love to feature you. It's not just the podcast, not just the website. We'll be doing some events as well, so you would be very welcome to any of those. I'll post some more information on that shortly. Look out for those. Meanwhile, if there's anything I can be doing to help you with your implementations and with your go-to-market strategy, so for those deploying and those vendors, please reach out to me. I'd love to help. I'm doing quite a bit of consultancy in the marketplace, particularly with banks, but not just banks, helping with vendor selection, helping with strategic ideas before, the bit before that whole RFP process. There's a number of companies I'm helping through the RFP process. If you need any help looking and connecting with vendors, please drop me a note. And of course, if you need some perspective, drop me a note. I'd be delighted to help. Right then, so welcome to Conversational AI Podcast. You were here first. You got episode 0. Because I think later on what I'll do is take episode 0 away. I'll depublish it so that we go normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can I say kudos? Thank you for joining me here at episode 0, and stand by for more. Please leave your feedback any way you wish, LinkedIn or on the website, Conversational AI News, and of course, conversationalaipodcast.com. Catch you later. Thank you.